Okay, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the North Carolina. Um, and as I found with doing these, sometimes it doesn't work just doing a live commentary right after this, going into live gameplay commentary, because it doesn't always work out. And I finally was able to record a nice game today that really showcased to me potential trouble areas when people play this ship and mistakes that you can make and how to mitigate those, how to turn this ship into a decent one. um I mean, let's be honest, you're at tier 8. So, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're running into Atlanticos, you're going to run into DZPs, you're going to run into Indomitables, um Romas. Yeah, it's not the easiest ship to play at tier 8. It really isn't. Is it the worst one in there? No. No. It's definitely usable. I'm not going to say viable, I'm not going to say strong. It's definitely a usable ship. So, as we as in the last video we were talking about with the Colorado, actually I'm going to pull those guys up and we'll do a little comparison. Maybe I have it here already. No. Add the list. All right. Colorado versus North Carolina. Obviously, the big thing is this is where you start getting your better fire and flooding resistance. Um, let's be honest. Forget the hit points. They're not that good compared to Colorado. You're still limited on your Citadel protection, but at least you got the nice fire and flooding resistance to work with. Things that get people in trouble with this ship: the acceleration, the max speed. You're used to plodding along in that Colorado. Now, if you say you get target fixated, you get some tunnel vision on somebody, and you're not paying attention, all of a sudden now, you've got a ship when you got it fully built out that's probably pushing 28 knots. You can really get yourself into trouble quickly in this ship. Um, Basically have the same guns, a little more range, but you're suffering with the same accuracy issues, same dispersion issues. Again, this is not a precision ship. This is a volume of fire ship. Longer you can stay alive in it, more shells you can throw down range, the better your damage is going to be. Um, this is where you get the instead of the casemate secondaries, now you're getting the turrets. Nice. The AA, helpful, not bad. Let's get into how I actually build it. Um, you don't have to do this, and I don't even know what the hell I was thinking when I built this. Remember, this is one of the first battleship lines I ever went down. So this is back when I think when I went down this line, we only had the Montana line, the Yamato line, and the Grosser Kurfürst line. And I think I'd actually rebuy this ship to start doing these. No, I didn't rebuy the ship. It's just been sitting there forever and a day. That's the one you want to go with. You want main battery firing range. Absolutely want that. That's the one to go with. Again, dispersion mod. No, it doesn't help. 7% of its bad dispersion doesn't help that much. Volume of fire, get some extra range on her, and the extra range with the secondaries, huge. You see, I've got acceleration, speed my acceleration up, and then surface detection. Getting yourself into a good position to start the game. It's not necessarily going to help you during a game, especially if you're in a good spot and you can keep shooting. Obviously, people are going to see you no matter what. But this is really to get yourself in a good starting position. to be able to see what's going on before you start engaging ships. I guess it doesn't sound like a lot when you look at it, but I've got the surface detection with under 10 kilometers. Take every advantage you can using concealment. So this is a commander I've had for a while that I've tossed on here just to try to help out. The ship's tragic. I mean, with its dispersion and stuff, so its penetration power is not great. So as you can see, APCS helps. That's about all you can do with this ship. Citadel Strike's worthless, so you're really stuck going Horizontal Protection Expert if you want to. An important thing, and you'll see it in this game, I was able to record using Generalist, so I'm getting the extra 1% hit point boost. Can be literally the matter of life and death. Obviously, I went with the extra rapid reload and the master reload to get the cooldown time better and the extra duration. Besides that, pretty standard stuff on this. So, like I said, I'll get a voiceover on for this game, and you'll see in this game where I used the concealment. My thought on, where you could get in trouble blind pushing into something with your speed. And most importantly, when to run for it. When to make a run for it. When to dodge around, try to get island cover, or get behind your allied ships on your team. So hopefully you guys learned something from that. And to me, it's a fundamental gameplay video on how to play the North Carolina, the Iowa, and the Montana. There's a lot of fundamentals in there for you guys to take a peek at. So I hope you enjoy and learn something. Okay, now here's the game I was talking about. And I'm going to kind of go over this step by step. I'm going to pause it as necessary. So you see we got North Carolina, Nebraska, Bismarck, Prince Eugen, Cherbourg, Takao, and a split. And obviously we're on the domination map. Sea of Fortune. First things first. At this point in time, I was 99% sure it was a mirror spawn. That we were not facing off against that destroyer. Again, I'm checking to make sure I have a good understanding about who I'm playing against here. So this right here, this Takao stays AFK for a little bit, and that changes my thinking about how I'm going to start approaching, what cap I'm going to start approaching, I should say. Well, I don't know why that did that. Apologize. If Takao had spawned in with me, I probably would have pushed C with him, but camped one of the islands to give myself some protection against the incoming ships. As you can see right now, my concealment build that I have on this not going to help out with the plane spotting. Again, if Takao had came up, I probably would have pushed in towards the island there, kind of at the left-hand side of the map, or the left-hand side of the sea cap, to give myself cover from any ships that are coming from the other side of that island. Right now I'm trying to just get an indication of who is spawning where, who's coming in where, who's pushing anywhere. Now, as I'm watching this shot come in, notice I started slowing down. So any potential enemy coming into C-Cap doesn't see me. They got an island. There's that island. I got island cover. Alright, so I know Takao woke up. You're going to see an absolute tragic shot here as I start aiming for the Cherbourg. And, yeah, when I pulled the trigger, that's when he started moving forward. Good play on his part.
Enemy team captured the area.
Alright. Obviously, I know There's the North Cal. I know the Nebraska's floating around in there somewhere. And Takao is pushing into C. So there's no... Really, I just stand to support him. Now, just think, if I would have pushed C-Cap on myself, what would I be running into right now? Close range against the North Carolina and Nebraska. Now, here we are at, just over 12 kilometers. You see the tragedy of the dispersion of these guns. Yeah, if I would have pushed into C-Cap by myself, I'd have been facing North Cal, Nebraska, and then you see the Takao, enemy Takao's pushing in there. So it would have been 3-on-1. My game would have been over by now. So right now you see me, I'm pushing back, trying to use the island as cover against the North Carolina. I'm not sure if Takao's going to shoot torpedoes down through the gap. Okay, now I see that he shot them at our Takao, so I know I can start moving forward. But it's at this point, there's a flanking North Carolina. Takao's going to start flanking around. Nebraska's sitting there. We got a Bismarck in between B and C. This is when I start making the, I make the decision. I've got to get out of there. I'm not going to live long enough to survive in that area with the crappy health that I have. Or I should say armor I have. I don't even know what I was thinking right here. I could have held that shot when Eugen went down. I had time. That would have been a little more damage into Bismarck. So you definitely see a mistake there. Notice where I popped the heal kit. Still trying to keep myself in the green. And at this point, Takao's shooting at me. North Cal's going to be shooting at me. Bismarck. Cherbourg. I'm running for my life. Plain and simple, running for my life here. Again, you're going to see me a lot of zooming in and out as I'm trying to figure out who's where exactly, because the mini-map doesn't show you everything. But at this point in time, all I'm trying to do is be able to get behind this island to give myself a little more cover from Nebraska and Cherbourg. Hopefully I can take Bismarck out. Now I'm running for my battleship. Try to get myself behind him. Like I said, any extra little cover I can give myself. Now, when we were talking about the ship skills and the commander build, I did take the skill that gives you an extra 1% health if you use a damage control kit. See, I'm down to 4,000 health. You notice I just popped the damage control kit just to repair a secondary gun. But it bounced me up another 500 hit points. Trying to stay alive as long as I can here. I mean, it's not a terrible game, but, I know I can survive a little bit longer. Anything I can do to help myself do that. The better the game you have, obviously more experience points you get. Again, I'm doing what I can to make a run for it. Now I'm trying to swing behind this island coming up over to my ship's left. I know at this point I couldn't go dark quick enough with the enemy Takao is, so that's why I continue shooting. Got lucky with fires here.
The situation is under control.
And we're pretty much safe for the time being.
Our team captured the area.
But guys, go back and rewind a little bit and pay attention how I looked at how I used my damage controls and my heal kits to try to scrape every little hit point I could out of this. So now I'm dark. And this is where the concealment comes in handy, because I'm not spotted until I want to shoot. And I'm thinking right now, North Carolina's not paying attention to me. There's a Wichita between me and Takao. I figured I'm safe to shoot, get a rapid reload up, and, if I die here, so be it.
Fast reload activated.
Right now I'm just trying to crank out as much damage as I possibly can before I go down.
Target hit. The situation is under control.
changed my shot over. I figured Takao was going to go down. Got a nice hit on North Carolina, secure that kill. And with that, I mean, seriously, guys, before I go into the results page here, take a peek at it. Rewatch this. Comment in here. Tell me where you think I went wrong. I'm thinking I should have moved from CCAP just a little bit earlier. Maybe I could have saved some more hit points. I got lucky. I was able to MVP this one. There we go. 71,000 damage tank, 76,000 taken. But if you liked it and learned something, leave a comment. And like I said, if you see something maybe I did wrong, go ahead and comment on it. I'll answer, and I'm very open to criticism. With that, have a good one.